How you doing, Ja'Elyne?
Doing great, how are you?
Good, nice to meet you. Man, if you could just take us back through the process and deciding to go in the portal and then what attracted you to this offense, Coach Hand, Coach Norvell, this whole program?
Going into the portal, I kind of felt as though as a freshman in college, as the situation was going, it was my best thing to do. And a lot of doors open, some doors closed, and a few doors opened in the portal, and FSU was one of the doors that opened. I came to visit here. I met the coaching staff, I met the coaches, I met the trainers, and it clicked right away. I wanted to be in Tallahassee. I knew from the time I landed down on Tallahassee ground, I wanted to be a Seminole, and yeah.
Sorry. What did you grow up watching college football? Was Florida State a school you watched a lot? Like what attracted you to Florida State?
I'm a football player. I'm not a football watcher. I watch film, but I don't watch it on my free time. I don't watch like games on my free time. I'm more of like I watch bull riding, horse racing, and all that. I never grew up watching football. I never watched football at all when I was a kid, actually. Football started in my 8th grade year, so I'm kind of new to all the football stuff and all the colleges. I didn't even know what colleges, like what schools had football in college. My head coach, Coach Oz, had to tell me. So yeah.
That's one.
A lot of guys that enter the transfer portal that have played 3-4 years at a school talk about how much different is the second time around being recruited. I know it was a lot quicker for you, but just how much of your priorities, how much do you think you grew up in just that short time from being a high school recruit to like entering the transfer portal?
Definitely very quickly. High school and college are 2 different ball games. Just from not even just from the football side, but the academic side. Being outside and around other people is completely different. You become a grown man very quickly. I definitely matured very fast at Rutgers, and I'm in the portal. I definitely matured, and things move a lot faster paced than they do when you've been recruited as a high schooler.
Brendan?
So how did you end up getting into like playing football? Was there someone who was like really big and you should try playing the sport? I guess how did that work out?
So my mom and my family and like me are very faith-based, and my dad wanted me to play football. My mom was kind of scared that I got hurt and all this stuff because I'm my firstborn son, and she's very protective over me. And she told me that she'd pray about it, and whatever she felt the wise thing to do was, if it was to play football, she'd let me play. And ultimately it was to play football, and that's how I ended up playing. I kind of wanted to hit somebody legally and knock them on the butt because I thought it was a cool thing to do, because all the kids in movies and teen movies, they're all playing football, and those are the cool guys. So I kind of wanted to be a cool guy, and that's where I was accepted at, was on the football field.
Peter?
Follow up with that question. When did it start for you to start loving the game, or you feel like that this is the game that could take you to a higher level?
My 8th grade years when I first started playing football with Coach. One of the greatest coaches I ever met was Coach Dan Benishti. I remember like it was yesterday, I was asking him, do you ever think I could become from this? And he goes, yeah, just keep putting the work in. I kind of fell in love with the work before I fell in love with football. Trying to strive always to be the best, trying to shut people up when they thought I couldn't do it, and trying to prove people right when they told me I could. I always wanted people to feel what I felt during times, and I want to show it on the field and show my story through every down in football. And so that's what made me really fall in love with this sport.
Aslan?
I think I read that your high school coach was talking just about like how violent you are on the football field, how much of that you sort of is your calling card, how much pride you take in playing physical and being aggressive, and then also how do you like taking hard, tough coaching?
The first question about the pride of being aggressive, Will Campbell, one of the greatest offensive tackles in college football that was recently drafted, said that you have to be really aggressive. You want to protect your quarterback at all costs. And our quarterbacks, Brock Glenn, Tommy Castellano, Sperry, all of them, they're going to be protected at all costs. No one's going to touch them. It's like you got a diamond in the backfield, and I'm not letting nobody touch them. Whoever tries to come touch them, they will be in the dirt, or they will be on the turf on Doe Campbell Stadium and that new turf we got. But the second one about hard coaching, I take hard coaching very well. When I was younger, in high school time, hard coaching, I was how to get used to it. Like, what do you like the yelling and all that? But now I'm definitely matured in that, and it's just them trying to make you become better. They've been there where you want to go. They see what you can be, and you got to be able to be very coachable, to be a great player, and be one of the greatest players. And that's what I'm ready to be.
Kurt?
I had to double check, your necklace, you changed a New Jersey necklace, right?
Yes, sir.
State outline, I guess, what's New Jersey mean to you? Why is it important to represent, and how's it been adapting to the heat and humidity down here this winter?
You know, New Jersey, you know, it's you have that pride when you're from New Jersey, you know, over the pizza, over the bagels, over the beach, the boardwalk, you know, Seaside Heights and all that. But you know, that's my hometown. You know, everywhere I go, I represent New Jersey. I represent FSU. You know, but you know, there's a time and place where you got to be and you got to do. But in FSU, I represent FSU and New Jersey. But yeah, I'm a diehard Jersey fan for sure. But yeah, and the heat, man, it's not this hot in Jersey. But I'm definitely adapting to it very well. Like the body language, I'm definitely working on. You know, and just getting my running up with the heat. You know, the humidity, the thick air. New Jersey's not as thick as air as this is, but I'm doing pretty well with it.
Ira?
Well, how'd you end up on offense? I know you played defense too. What attracted you to offensive line? And also, like, how much have you enjoyed getting in the weight room with Coach Storms and this staff?
Well, the first question, what attracted me to offense? It wasn't really nothing seriously that attracted me to offense. I love defense, but also love offense. So my thing is, I take the defensive side of the ball to kill the guy with the ball and just knock him out and hit him. And I put it onto the offensive side, the offensive tackle side. And I want to be the most dominant, aggressive offensive tackle you've ever seen. You know, and that's kind of what every offense. That's all kind of what every offense needs. That's what Gus says. Coach Gus says he needs. That's what every coach I've talked to, and a lot of NFL coaches, a lot of high school coaches said they need. Is the most dominant, aggressive offensive line coach, or offensive line player in the country. And that was the second question you said?
Just getting in the weight room with Coach Storms and staff, and what's that been like for you so far?
You know, at Rutgers, I learned to fall in love with the weight room, with the coaches there. And here, you know, I definitely fell in love with it more. My body has changed a lot since I've been in the college football program, especially since I've been here. You know, the nutrition, the weightlifting, you know, the running, everything, I just fell in love with it deeper and deeper. And yeah.
Jacob?
Coming from a high school program that won 3 straight state championships and had a 14-0 senior season, how's that championship mentality and culture going to carry you through your college career here?
You know, not just for me, but for also the kids I played with in high school: Colin Keating, Hafa Parani, TJ Valeria, Makai Morse. You know, I feel we all went to Division I schools, and I feel as though that the winning a state championship not just once or twice, but 3 times is going to push people to be better, because we've seen what it is like to win even a high school state championship. So how is it going to be to win a national championship? And I believe at FSU, it's going to come very soon and quicker than people believe.
Peter?
Ja'Elyne, the roster says that you're listed at 344 pounds. Are you trying to gain more? Are you trying to shed weight before getting into the regular season? Like, what's the weight goal for your size?
The weight goal right now is 340, wherever I feel comfortable at playing, wherever Coach Hand wants me to play. You know, the bigger you are, the faster you can move, is the better you are as an offensive lineman. You know, the bigger guys, if you're bigger and faster, you're going to be one of the best in the country. You're going to be first-round draft pick, second-round draft pick. And right now, I'm worried about being the best big and physical offensive lineman I can be for FSU and for the Noles.
Anything else? Well, good. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Ja'Elyne.
Thank you guys.